Introducing the all-new Corolla.
And we budget based upon the estimated revenues.
Longtime Senator and former Speaker Ben Pangilinan passed away today. Many of the island's leaders and public officials could be seen coming in and out of the hospital as they paid their respect this morning. Former Senators Carlotta Guererro and Joanne Brown both served with Senator Pangilinan.
Ben was a wonderful person. He was totally dedicated to the people of Guam. I think we were very fortunate to have him as a leader. And one thing about Ben is he could dig in like nobody's business, and you always knew where he was coming from.
He had very strong convictions, whether you agreed with him or not, and he definitely had a passion for representing the people of Guam and a passion for representing the little people of Guam that he felt were not recognized and did not have a voice at the table. And today is a very sad day. It's a very sad morning to see his family and all of us that are remembering the times we spent with him, but we're very honored to have worked with him. At the end of the day, he was a very good man, and he stood by what he believed in, and I wish more people would do that.
There are those senators who were currently serving with Senator Pangilinan.
Guam has lost probably the greatest leader of his generation. I don't know anybody who knew as much about the budget or about land.
Well, it came as a shock, of course, for all of us. I mean, we knew he was sick, but he went home last week, of course, in high spirits, and he was talking about his brother who relocated home and that he was happy about that and spending time with family. But for us, of course, I think, and the people of Guam, it's a really big loss.
There were those who knew him since high school.
I've had the honor of knowing Ben since 9th grade at Father Duenas. In fact, we're celebrating our 40th reunion in the next week, and a lot of his classmates are here. And I think everyone that knows Ben knows that, he died today doing what he loved to do, which was serving the people of Guam. Ben has always been the one that stood up for the little guy, never was afraid, never backed down if he thought he was right, but always found a way to figure something out. He was very smart and tried to do something, but there's no question that he was so committed to the people of Guam.
Ben was a hard worker. I mean, since we were kids, he's always out to prove that he could better himself, and he was always reading. He was always very studious. His mind was always working, and he had a real passion for the island, and he fought the good fight. He fought for those who were definitely disadvantaged.
And there were those who were with him at the beginning of his political career.
Always fighting, always fighting for the people. He would not give in. The Ben Pangilinan that you saw on the floor of the legislature in the media is the same Ben Pangilinan we saw behind closed doors, maybe worse. He was as hard on himself or harder, and just as hard or harder on us than he was on any people that may believe they were his foes or political opponents. Yeah, Ben just wanted what was right.
It's very difficult right now to figure out how to put into words what his passing means. I think a great big voice has been stilled for the people of Guam, but the acts and examples and legislation that he's accomplished and demonstrated throughout all of his years of public service still reverberate, even though his voice is still today.
Even the governor went to the hospital to pay his respect.
The island will be going to state of mourning, and again I will be signing a proclamation, and then of course we'll give the due respect that Chairman Pangilinan deserves. He's a fighter. We may not always agree, but one thing you asked for someone who's elected into office to fight for your cause, and Chairman Ben loved the people, and again he fought for the people.
Senator Pangilinan began serving in the 22nd Guam legislature. Since then, he's served in every legislature except for the 28th. Reporting for the Pacific News Center, I'm Clint Rajo.